Music was always around in my house, so, you know, I woke up, I sleep, I eat, music, you know, singing around the house. Used to go to the rehearsals with my dad when I was younger. He had the name of Steve Holiday. That was his stage name, Steve Holiday, and my family members still call him Steve, even though his name is not really Steve. So it was a really big inspirational part of my life. My uncle played drums for a lot of the Motown bands locally, so I didn't really get too much from him, but you know, I just chose the drums because that's what the girls like.
'em. And your other influences, like Juan Atkins and...
yeah, Juan Atkins, Derek May, Kevin Saunderson, Jeff Mills.
Herbie Hancock, Ramsey Lewis?
Yeah, Ramsey Lewis was my first album that I bought. Ramsey Lewis, it was he used to be with Earth, Wind and Fire, a song called Sun Goddess, and that was a really influential song that was in my life as well when I was a young teenager. Today is the tomorrow you promised yesterday. You know, it's about the past, the present, and the future. You know, but saying it in a philosophical way. You know, I wanted to take all of my influences because I was reading the Miles Davis, my autobiography was really influential when I was reading about the old jazz guys, those things that they used to do when they were young. You know, so I kind of drew the comparisons with Detroit techno and jazz artists coming over to Europe, coming over to South America. And yeah, that was one of my a really good album for me because it put me intact with a lot of jazz musicians and jazz tap, you know.
Speaking of Europe, I spent a year in Amsterdam. Tell us the influence of that.
Well, you know, the funny thing about Amsterdam is that I was only supposed to go for 1 month. And I wind up staying for 1 year and a half, you know. It was my first release on Fragile Records. Derek May, he's like, okay, well, I'll give you some money and I'll give you a plane ticket. It was supposed to be for 1 month and it turned out to be for 1 year, and it's my second home. Yeah, Cosmic Messenger, that came out of this violinist named Jean-Luc Ponty.
Sure.
Yeah. I got that name from him, so I kind of stole that name, but it was perfect because that Cosmic Messenger was kind of geared towards the dance floor. Silent Phase was my first release that I did for Transmat. That was the first album that was on Transmat. Bango was the first release on Fragile Records. Black Odyssey was my first release on my own label, Black Flag Recordings, and of course you have me, Stacey Pullen. Right now, I have a single out called Alive. It's on Black Flag Recordings. It just came out June 1st, which is my birthday. So I had to celebrate my birthday with my release. I got a new release coming out at the end of July called Get Up on Black Flag Recordings under my name, Stacey Pullen. I just did a remix for Jamie Anderson and KLXC Shelby. I did a remix for Great Stuff Recordings out of Germany. Those are remixes, remix for Gene Ferris, and more music to come. 2010, be out. Hello to the Edge TV. Obrigado from Detroit, baby.